I have no idea what I'm doing here. For the record, I'm still having fun. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Chance of departure today, 100%.
So I'm here at Built Rots shop with Nestor and his team. They're making quick work of getting the water pump installed. Yeah, just super stoked to be driving north here shortly. So we wait patiently and with lots of good vibes, lots of prayers, lots of well wishes, and some incredible support throughout the overlanding community. I'm in a really good place. So. I am on the road about 140, 150 miles north of Guerrero Negro, my temporary home for the last few days while my Jeep got repaired. Just left Punta Canal where I topped off with gas and checked my fluids. All the fluids are looking good and super stoked about that. Temperatures are running fine, about in the normal range, nothing out of the ordinary there. Jeep is running great, no loss of power. All going well. I should be pulling up to the border crossing in Mexicali about 5:45, maybe 5:50.
As I drove north through the Sonoran Desert on Highway 5, my Jeep continued to perform as expected. That didn't mean I wasn't worried about whether the temporary fixes to my motor would hold until I was safely across the border and back in the United States. With each passing mile, my confidence grew stronger as I believed the Jeep was going to make it.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I am on final approach for Calexico. I think, yeah, so I don't know if I just did a boo-boo here, but I sure hope not. I don't know. Crap. Looks like I get to see Mexicali just a little bit longer. There's the border wall right in front of me. Got pedestrian traffic trying to get across. So, off to my left, we have a nice Chinese restaurant. Looks like Restaurant Row. Get some Chinese food here in Calexico. I have no idea what I'm doing here. For the record, I'm still having fun. Is that what you wanted? Yeah, okay. Oh my gosh. I am in no man's land. How you doing?
Good, yourself?
Good. Here, let me roll that down for you.
Where are you heading to?
Humul.
Anything to declare?
Nothing to declare.
Okay.
What a crazy few days.
With the saga of Baja behind me, it was time to head to Escondido, where the team at Shift Auto Automotive would start the process of opening up my motor so they could make the repairs needed to get me back to Texas.
time.
1,000 people freezing their butts off waiting to worship a rat.
You guys remember the movie Groundhog Day with Bill Murray? Check that out. Here we go again.
So we filled the top right here with brake clean because one of the valves looks like it's not seated right. So this is how we're going to test, see if there's a leaking valve right here. That's a clear indication right there. It could be bent, it could just be from all the carbon buildup, but either way, it has to come off and get inspected. That's the right side. Left side here, you see these exhaust valves, look how white they are compared to these. So this is probably where the most of the coolant was being consumed right here.
With the heads removed and inspected, decisions had to be made. I popped into Shift Auto Werx just now. Spoke to Edgar on the phone yesterday. We had a long game and a short game. Long game, it was gonna be at least 5 working days before I got the Jeep back if we had the heads removed and machined. The short game was for a few $100s more, we buy new heads for both sides. We played the short game. And he explained to me what the process was, that we were going to have the Jeep back hopefully by Monday. The heads wouldn't be in until Monday morning, and he'd get right on it and get them installed and fit everything back together and have me rolling hopefully by end of day Monday. Today is Friday. I think we're just shortly after 1 p.m. Again, popped in here quickly, looked at my motor, and those right there, those shiny things, are what brand new heads looks like. Edgar pulled some mad-ass magic trick off and got the heads here today, got them installed, and now he's just going through the bits and bobs and putting the puzzle pieces back together and continuing to work his mad scientist magic over here. So fingers crossed, prayers said. We are driving maybe tomorrow back to Texas, hopefully, maybe. If not, we'll be out of here sometime Monday for sure. Hopefully. Edgar's listening to me and just laughing his ass off right now, so we'll see. So the never-ending story of my Jeep continues. We're still here at Shift Werx. We're coming to an end, we hope. The motor's running. It's running like a new motor. It looks really good, sounds really good. But this morning, Edgar took it on a test drive, was trying to get it up above 2,500 RPMs through a code indicating that the oil pump is going out. Just picked up the Jeep from Shift Auto Werx in Escondido, California. After getting it back from Mexico the other day, I think I handed it off to them on Thursday. And they were able to break down the motor, open it up, start fixing what needed to be fixed. So in addition to the coolant burning up, that was caused by a blown head gasket and a leaky valve. So instead of resurfacing the heads fixing that leaky valve, we opted to just outright buy brand new heads that had new valves in it and reinstall those. The price difference was only like $300, maybe $400. So from beginning to end, we have new heads, new valves, new water pump, new oil pump, and the Jeep is driving amazing. So stoked. Anyway, gonna get back to Marco's house, hook up the trailer, and get some hours down the road. Hopefully get into Arizona tonight.
He might be okay.
So I've been stranded on the side of Interstate 8 between El Centro and Yuma, Arizona, after suffering several misfire codes last night after leaving San Diego. At 11:48 last night, AAA promised me that they were going to get a crew out here and get me off the side of the road and get me moving back towards San Diego, and they'd be in contact with me. At 9:48 this morning, I called AAA and told them that nobody has contacted me and that I've already arranged for my own transportation back to San Diego. So with that, it's 1:30 in the afternoon. The sun is out, big and bright, and Marco is almost here with his truck and a trailer that's been borrowed from Socal Overland, Josh. And for now, that's my temporary home. I'm making the best out of the situation. Broke down overlanding. Maybe that's my new handle. So if you ever do find yourself in a situation like this, get as far off the roadway as you can. I did pretty good considering the circumstances. After many hours, my knight in shining armor has arrived. This guy right here, this guy, that guy right there, that guy.
Eventually you're going to leave California.
Once Marco arrived with the trailer, my Jeep was quickly loaded and strapped down for the long drive back to Escondido. The Boreas was connected to the 392, and it was now time to head west. Holy cow. 2:48 on Sunday afternoon. I've been stopped since about 7:30 last night, and finally on the road. I'm in Marco's 392, pulling the Boreas, and he's got Josh's truck, which is an absolute beast, with my Jeep trailered on it. So, time for another chapter. Here we go.
Well, it's Groundhog Day. Again?
So the saga continues after Scott had that misfire on the side of the road and he was stranded for a very long time. It was towed back here by Marco. We got to work on it right away. The doctor took the valve covers off, and we found this beautiful piece right here, which it would be causing the misfire because cylinder 5 valves weren't opening at all. Also, some shards of that brake went to the PCV valve, damaging the valve, sending excessive oil into the intake, causing a lot of smoke.
If you've been following along, you know that the last 2 weeks has been an extraordinary struggle for me, and though I wouldn't trade any of the experiences for anything, because every obstacle, every failure has made me stronger and has set me up for the next one. And that's really what life is about. But after picking up my rig the other day, getting new heads and valves and a whole bunch of other things, made a run for the border, headed east. So I got about 200 miles down the road when I started experiencing several misfires again. Could be a camshaft position sensor. I'm getting that code. I'm getting a few other codes. But pulled over on the 8, got off the roadway safely, and set up camp essentially, and waited 19 hours after AAA decided it was not going to be able to service me, or it's a whole another story for another video, but essentially they said they would get me some help, offered incentives to get help, and 10 hours later, nobody called me, nobody arrived to help me, nobody was there. But fortunately, I had Marco with Overland X drive all the way out beyond El Centro to rescue me. Loaded up the Jeep on a trailer, put the Boreas behind the 392, and headed westbound again. So my Jeep is back in the hands of Shift Auto Automotive in Escondido. I have no doubt that it's going to be fixed and be able to get it back here shortly. But until then, I have to catch another flight later this week to South Africa. And the decision was made that that the Jeep was going to stay here, the trailer was going to stay here, and I'm going to fly out of San Diego International back to Austin, clean up, repack, and catch another plane to South Africa. So the story does not end here. The adventure just continues. So with that, I'm hopeful, I'm optimistic, I'm not broken. There was no way anyone could have known the intake camshaft was going to fail. This rarely happens. So as I leave San Diego, I have complete faith in the team at Shift Auto Werx, and I know my rig will be ready to hit the trail when I return from South Africa.